Hello and welcome to Kayla's World. I'm Kayla Canoe, author, YouTuber, gamer, and aerialist. And today's video is actually going to be a vlog all about my outlining process, and more specifically, it's going to be a vlog of me outlining the second book in the Intertwined series. And yeah, so without any further ado, we're just going to jump right on in. So stay tuned and check it out. Hey guys, so it is February 3rd and it is about 10:30 a.m. and I'm about to do some outlining. So I got my index cards kind of pre-made. I'll show you them. I got my yellow ones for Harrison. I got my green ones for Kai. And I got my pink ones for Tyler. And yeah, so I basically just took a full index card and cut it in half because I decided that I am going to use my bulletin boards. I was trying to like switch over to doing Scrivener outlining, which I kind of did for pre-outlining this before I wrote like the zero draft. But I think for doing the final outline, I really want to use my boards. It just works better for me, I think. So yeah, I'm going to be writing down scenes on these cards so I can put them on my bulletin boards that are upstairs in my room. And I'm going to reuse the ones that I already have. I'm just going to either take off what's on there and store that away somewhere, or I'm going to just put these on top of it. I don't really know which one's going to happen yet. But this morning I have some plotting books that I am going to be going through and reading. And of course I also have my Save the Cat, as always, for outlining. Save the Cat, game changer, guys. Seriously. But yeah, so I'm gonna read through some of these this morning and see if that gives me any new light or perspective when it comes to doing my outlining. And then I'm going to be going through what I've already written, and whatever I want to keep will get put onto a scene card. And then I also did some brainstorming and some idea dumps the other day when I was running. Things just came to me, so I wrote those down on my phone, so those will get translated over. I kind of brainstormed the big points in the books, so funny story, this was supposed to be 2 books. This was supposed to be book 2 and 3. And Harrison and Kai were going to have their perspective and their story in one book, and then Tyler was going to be in the other. And I think what has happened is it might actually be 3 books now, one for each character, happening simultaneously before they come back together for the next book in the series. So yeah, that happened. Anyway, but I'm going to outline and we'll see how many books it ends up being, because who knows. And yeah, I just want to check in so you guys can kind of see how this process is going for me and what I'm doing for it. And I will check back in later to let you guys know kind of what I've gotten done for the day. And yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and start getting some reading done and check back in with you guys later. Hey guys, so it is February 4th, Thursday, and it is about 9:30 a.m. And something I should have mentioned yesterday, if it sounds like I'm talking weird, it's because I'm wearing a retainer on the bottom set of my teeth. Because one of my teeth moved out of alignment a long time ago, and I got the retainer then and never wore it, but I've decided to wear it now because I just went to the dentist the other day, and I think my tongue ring is rubbing on that tooth that's back too far and causing the gum recession. So in an attempt to not have to remove my tongue ring, I'm going to try to get my tooth back in place first and see if that keeps the gum recession from getting any worse. So, and I mean, it's not actually bad in the first place, because I told the lady that I've had my tongue ring for 11 years, and she was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, and no one's ever said anything to me about it affecting my teeth. So yeah. Anyway, so that's why I sound weird. Back to why we're here, outlining. So what I did yesterday was I read through these books that I got. I mostly read through this one. And so I mostly read through this one. This is like a companion to it. It's just like a workbook, which I probably won't use or won't work through. I don't know, maybe if I get stuck along the way, I'll revisit this workbook, but I don't know. Something about like doing plot practice stuff. I don't know. I don't think it really does it for me. But anyway, so I did read through this, and it was okay. I think a lot of the stuff in here I already knew, and because I obviously have read Save the Cat Writes a Novel, I got a lot of my outlining stuff from there. I did, however, use this plotting template that they have here. They call it the SPOT, which is basically situation, protagonist, objective, opponent, climax. And it's basically like setting up the premise of the book. So I did use that little formula or whatever. And I did make that for each of my books. So I have my 3 cards for my 3 books. And I have tentative titles for them, I think. And so I got the situation, the protagonist, objective, opponent, and climax. But in addition to that, I also have the end. So I actually have, which is funny because I was supposed to be doing Act 1 this week. Like, my goal was like write the theme cards for Act 1 for all 3 novels. That's not really how my brain works. So I actually have the final image scene for all 3 books figured out, as in I know exactly what I want the final image of each of these 3 books to be, because all 3 of these books then go into the 5th book, which they'll all be together in that book, so you can see why the individual books come together. Anyway, which means I also figured out the climax, so I almost have like the general outline for Act 3. Like, I don't have all the scenes and stuff within there, but I have the general basis of Act 3 and where the novel ends for all 3. Because it's fantasy and there's battles, and there's gonna be dragons in one of them, and I'm real excited about that. But yeah. I also have what I'm gonna call arc cards. I don't know. That I filled out. And this was, I think I did a video on this a while ago about how to create character arcs. There's this guy, I want to say it's like Tyler Mallory or something. And I watched his video on character arcs, and it was like a game changer for me. And so that's kind of what these are. These cards have the goal, why it's their goal, their actual need, which a lot of times is different from their goal, and then the lie and the truth. So the lie is the thing that the character believes at the beginning of the book, and the truth is what is actually true. And the things that happen to make the character question the lie and learn the truth is basically how the change happens. But yeah, and then I think I also have like the lessons learned on here as well. So we got some more negative change arcs and a positive change arc, and I kind of figured out the end. I think I figured out the end of the series while figuring out the end of these 3 books, or at least an idea of an end, and I'm really excited about it. And so yeah, I'm really excited about it. Making Harrison's part a 3rd book makes a lot of sense, and I'm gonna have to change my book timeline because of that, but yeah, that is what I got done yesterday. And I think I got some more ideas generated into my idea dump. So I did that too yesterday. But that's what I got done. So I got the end figured out, and now I'm probably just gonna do like the big story points today. So like the inciting incident and maybe the midpoint, either the midpoint, whatever it is, and then what is it, the all is lost moment, which I basically kind of already have written down, because that is, I think on the Spock thing, the all is lost moment is basically the climax thing on there. So that is what I'm doing today. And yeah, that was a bit long-winded, but this is my life. You guys want to see my crazy looking table? It looks like a bit of a mess. I got stuff everywhere. But that's how I roll, and eventually these are going to end up on bulletin boards, so yeah. And I will check back in with you guys later and let you know how much I got done, and yeah, I'm just doing this so you guys kind of see my process and what I do to make my books happen. Hey guys, so it is February 5th. It is like, I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock in the morning. And I actually have to work on Project Infinity today because I work on my Infinity episodes on Fridays, but I did want to show you guys some of what I got done yesterday as far as my outlining, and hopefully I'll have time to do some more work on it. As you can tell, I am in a different location right now, and sorry if there is some camera shake. I am holding it. You can see my Scooby-Doo back there on my stairwell. But yeah, so I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a writing room tour because I'm outlining in my room. So, here it goes. Alright guys, so if you guys have seen these before, I have my 3 bulletin boards over here on the wall, and you will notice that they are now empty. So I did clear off the old ones over there, and I do have stuff up to hide spoilers, but so I have my 3 boards with my Save the Cat scene story beats on there. So those are ready to go to be filled in. I also cleared off my other board halfway. I haven't finished clearing it off. I have all this colorful paper that I've been using for printing stuff. And then the index cards down there are actually the old ones that I took off the board that I'm going to be storing away because I am going to keep them. And then we have my desk, which is a little bit cluttered. I did clear it off some, but I got a stack of books there on the left that I need to put away. But you can see that I have some more. I have my index cards pre-prepared. So those are the ones that are going to go on the boards, the small ones. And then you'll see I have some titles here. And that is because I'm redoing my wall. If you guys have seen my wall before. Yesterday, I got this done. You'll see that I have all of my fantasy races listed out on here on my wall for quick reference for myself. And then below it is going to be the characters. Right now, it's actually the characters for The Reckoning and a chapter breakdown for The Reckoning over there on the left. But that will change because I'm going to be working on the next books. And then I put my map of Alterra on the other wall. So you'll see that it's a bit sparse over here, but I am going to be adding more stuff on top of and below it. And so that's just kind of where I'm at right now. And what I have on my walls, I'm going to obviously be doing my religious stuff, magic stuff, and familiars and stuff are going to get added to the wall collection. Basically doing my world building on my wall. And my puppy is down there who is crying, and he's sad because he wants to play. But yeah. That is where I'm at, guys, and I will check back in with you later, maybe tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to get some stuff done today after working on Project Infinity. Hey guys, so it is, what day is it? February 8th, and it is probably about 10 a.m. in the morning. I'm here with my poopy, my little boobers, in my writing room, and I am going to do some more outlining today. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on where I'm at. As you can probably see a little bit behind me here, my boards on my wall do have some things on them now. But I don't think I've shown you guys my world building wall yet either, so I'm actually going to go ahead and switch over and show you guys how my room is looking now. Yeah, so we're going to do another little tour. Alright guys, so here we are. As you can see, and hopefully not read from this distance, I have my 3 boards. You can see the green, purple, and yellow index cards that have been mapped out. Basically, I've done the theme, catalyst, midpoint, all is lost, and final image for all 3 books. I do also have the climax or the 3rd act, final battles, whatever you want to call them, figured out. But they're not up there yet. My table, my dog. This is where the magic happens. Got my new colorful planner that I love. Anyway, but here is my world building wall. I bet it looks a little bit different. I got some of my magic symbols on there, my religion stuff, all my races are up there. You'll see that the characters aren't there yet. I have started filling out some of those cards, but I haven't hung them yet. But yeah, and we got all that good stuff right next to my desk so that I can see it. And yeah, that is where we're at right now. Alright guys, so it is actually April 30th and it is about 12 o'clock p.m. It is a Friday, and I realized now that I'm sitting down to edit this video, that I kind of didn't give it an ending. So I am going to show you guys kind of the final look around my room, and honestly, as far as the outlining went, I did not get all 3 books outlined, like at all. I got book 2 outlined, so there's that, and I am in the middle of rewriting book 2 right now. But yeah, so February did not quite go as planned. I had a vacation at the end, like it just didn't go as planned, but I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys around the room and let you see what I did get done and where I'm at now. Alright guys, so here is kind of a final look at my bulletin boards. You can see that Malachi and Harrison have not had any progress on their boards aside from those main key points that I outlined at the beginning, the main story plot or story beats. Tyler, on the other hand, and hopefully it's far enough away that you can't exactly read it, but you can see that Tyler has kind of a full outline on there. The exception being the bad guys closed in section. Looks a little sparse there, but that's mostly just because I was planning to keep the majority of the content in the first draft, so it's basically just summarizing things that I already have written. Also point out, look at that, I got my book over here, I got my paperback and hardbacks chilling. I got my puppy and his big old crate down here. But yeah, so I did finish outlining book 2, although I have deviated from it a little bit. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this last time, but over here on the left side of my window is actually kind of like a very rough outline of my publishing plans for like the next 4 years, which includes the completion of the Intertwined series. On my desk is some things that I did recently. The pink chapter outline is for book 2 that I started doing to help kind of fix some plot holes, and then you'll see that I have my Scooby-Doo post-its here are filled with details and plot details that I need to mix back into my book that I kind of came upon while rewriting. And my cat looking out the window like he likes to do behind my desk. He's not actually on my desk, he is on the windowsill, so they're not allowed on the desk and they know it. And a final look at my world building wall. So you'll see that I actually have some characters up there. Got some more magic symbols. Removed the old characters. Book 1 outline is still there because I've been using it to reference things to make sure my details in both books about the characters line up. religion, class, ranks. I do have a couple of the familiars on the wall, some familiar rules. I don't know if those were there before. And then light blood, dark blood, laws, and some other notes that are written by hand over here on the right for my kind of world building. So yeah, that is what my room looks like. I don't know if I can like back up here for you guys so you get like the full view of this corner of my room. See, it's like the corner. It's beautiful. I love it. It's gorgeous. It makes me very happy. But yeah, that is how she's looking right now. Alright guys, so that is kind of like a little bit of an overview of my outlining process. Obviously things didn't completely go to plan. I did not get books 3 or 4 outlined, but I did get book 2 outlined in time to start kind of working on the rewrite. But yeah, let me know if you guys like these types of videos, if you'd like to see more vlogs of my writing process and what I do. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments below and I will answer them in one of my future videos. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you don't already know, my book, The Reckoning, it's an adult dark fantasy. It is out right now, available for purchase in hardback, paperback, and ebook versions. Links are linked below as always. And if you guys want to support me as an author, as a YouTube creator, just in general, check out my Patreon. My patrons get early access to these videos every week. They get early access to Project Infinity every week. And honestly, I will probably start doing some exclusive content on there as well, based off of what you guys would like to see. I also do exclusive live streams once a month for my top tier patrons. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you once again for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed your time here in Kayla's World.